Hey, it's Clay at claytrader.com, and in this video I want to show you how to practice trading the right way and give you my top 3 tips for success. That way you know your time is not being wasted. I've been around since 2013, coaching that is. The YouTube channel has been around since 2013, and I see these things over and over again. And just to speak bluntly, you are wasting your time. You are building false hope if you are behaving in certain ways. And I'm not going to say that you're not wise for doing it, or you're just not smart enough, because yeah, when you don't know what you don't know, I can understand why you would be behaving in certain ways. But let's make sure that you are investing and spending your time as best as possible. And I'm not going to beat around the bush. Let's just get right into these top 3 tips. So the top 3 things that you need to be doing when you're practicing with trading is a quality platform based in reality with temptation. Now, what exactly does that mean? Well, I'm going to show you first off. I get it. Well, of course, Clay, you want a quality platform. What kind of tip is that? Fair point. I can see some of you saying that, and it is definitely more than fair. I'm going to actually give you a platform that I would recommend using. But with that being said, do you have to use this platform? Is this the only platform that's available to you? Absolutely not. But it is a platform that I would say is quality, and it's going to allow you to operate in reality with temptation. I'll get to those other couple points here in just a little bit. And then one more quick disclosure here before we get to the platform. Just keep in mind that practice trading really is kind of 3 terminologies that go with it. You would have what some people call paper trading. You would have what some people call, demo trading. You would have just what some people would say a trading simulator. All of those are the exact same things, just different words. And I'm probably going to use paper trading throughout this. And in fact, that's what this platform calls it. But just realize that paper trading, same exact thing as simulator trading or demo trading. So let's get to the first tip, a quality platform. Now, what you see here is known as Webull, and they are a platform. They are a broker. So if you want somebody that you can both practice with and then ultimately trade stocks with, $0 commissions, then I would recommend Webull. And I've done plenty of other videos on them. But for the sake of this, and again, for the sake of the point being a paper trading platform, something that you can practice with, I would recommend Webull. In fact, I'll put a link down below this video. So if you're watching on YouTube, down in the description box. If you're watching at claytrader.com, just below the video. Full disclosure, that is an affiliate link, so if you click on that link, then I will get something. But the nice thing here is you will get something too. So if you use that, or if you click on that link, you deposit $100, then they'll actually give you, a free stock. And depending on when you watch this, they run different promotions. So it might actually be a couple different free stocks. But again, like I said, that is an affiliate link. And I'm not saying this is the only practice platform out there, so I don't want to mislead anybody into thinking that you have to use this. I would recommend it, sure, and I think you'll see why it makes for a good platform. But there's other ones out there. But like I said, if you do want to use it and you want to save yourself time from having to go out there and research all these other different platforms and simulators and demos, and everything's getting so overwhelming, if you just want to save yourself the time and you want to get yourself a free stock, like I said, just click on that link and you just need to deposit the $100. Now, the first thing that I like about this is, well, let me take a step back. Let me just show you how to get to the actual paper trading portion of this. So you'll want to come over here and notice how what pops up, it says paper trading. So when you click on that, that's going to bring you up to a couple different choices up here at the top. You can see the paper trading, and then right here, the paper account. Now, this is the very, very important thing that we need to click on, because we need to make sure that we are operating in reality. What do I mean by that? Well, over here, you can see what they're giving you right now. They're giving you an account value worth $1 million. Wow, that's awesome. I'm going to practice with $1 million? Maybe. But my question to you is this, and this is a question that you need to ask yourself. How much money are you going to be trading with when you begin? How much money will you have? And there's no right or wrong answer to this, but we have to build some sort of framework that we can actually ground ourselves in reality with. Now, for example's sake, let's just say, you know what, Clay, I'm going to be starting with $1,000. Okay, that's fine. We now have something that we can base ourselves in reality. So if you're going to be starting with $1,000, do you really think it would be wise to have $1 million at your fingertips? Is that really going to give you a realistic experience? No, it's not. But I see it all the time, and I get it. I mean, I did it when I got started. You see these big amounts of money. You're like, oh, wow, let's just have some fun. Let's see how it all works. And it seems innocent, but all that's going to cause you to do is build bad habits and at the core, waste your time. Time is the most valuable commodity you have. So let's not waste it. Let's make sure that you're operating within a situation where you're maximizing that time. Now, with that being said, we also want to introduce some temptation into our lives. Why does temptation matter? Well, as traders, you will be tempted pretty much every single day to do stupid things. If you've never traded with real money, that doesn't really make much sense to you. Now, if you have traded with real money, you know exactly what I mean. Trading with real money on the line, you're going to have all sorts of desires to make stupid choices. You're going to have desires to behave in ways that aren't going to actually benefit you. And those are temptations. You're going to be surrounded by them, and they're very real. Once again, I know I probably sounded overly dramatic if you've never traded with real money, but you got to take me at face value. You have so many voices that live in your head that you don't even know about until you put real money into the market. So the question becomes, okay, I get it. I believe you, Clay. You're going to have all sorts of temptations, but how exactly can we create a temptation within our paper trading? And this is where it goes back to, we want to be realistic, so that $1,000 number, but we don't want to drop this number all the way down to 1,000. We want to create some temptation in our life. So how are we going to do that? Well, let's actually just adjust this. Now, it's different for every platform, but like I said, as far as Webull is concerned, the way we're going to first build some reality and create temptation at the same time is click reset. So now it's going to allow you to change this to something similar. But remember, if you're starting with 1,000, you want to put in an amount above and beyond. So let's just say you're saying, well, I would actually be starting with 10,000. Well, then you're not going to want to use this number that I'm going to illustrate here. You would want to be above. You need to create some temptation, and I'll get to this temptation in a bit. But just realize that whatever number you say that you're going to start with when you do go live with real money, you need to put in a higher number here. Now, not crazy high, but just something that's higher. So in this case, let's just do 10,000. So 10,000, and you're going to click reset. Confirm reset, and there we go. So now we have a situation where you look right there, and now the net value is 10,000. But Clay, you said that you'd only be starting with $1,000. Ah, exactly. So now I've just introduced $9,000 of temptation into your life, because you're going to be tempted to say, oh, well, I could buy a little bit more. Ooh, well, I can behave in that manner because I actually have $9,000 more. Don't do it. Don't listen to the $9,000 or whatever amount is above and beyond what you'll actually start with. It's going to be tempting, even in paper trading. You're going to find yourself in situations, you're going to look and say, well, technically speaking, I do have more money that I could work with right now. So maybe I can get a little, maybe I can do some fine tuning here. Maybe I can behave in this manner. And maybe I can do this, that, and the other thing. But it's all based on a false premise. The false premise is using money that you're not actually going to have, which again goes back down the rabbit hole of a waste of time. So I want to actually tempt you with the potential of wasting your time, because you need to learn as a trader, don't fall for the temptations. Don't allow yourself down those rabbit holes that are ultimately going to cause you pain. Now here, the pain is just going to be a waste of time and, giving yourself false hope or maybe building bad habits, but you need to have that temptation. You need to realize that I only have $1,000. So anything, any voice, any desire that's going to lead me to, do something that requires more than $1,000, well, I can't listen to that. I can't listen to that temptation. I can't listen to that voice, because that's just not the reality of the matter. That would be a total waste of time. So that is how you both introduce reality and temptation into your trading. Very, very important, and something that you need to do. And these are the biggest tips I could give you. And these are not tips from me just waking up last month or heck, even last year and saying, you know what, I think a lot of people struggle with this. No, this is from being around since 2013. I have a podcast. If you're interested, on iTunes, the Stock Trading Reality Podcast, and that's not really a plug, but point here being, at the time of this recording, done over 250 interviews with people, with members. And one of the common things you hear over and over again is, well, yeah, I started paper trading and I had a bunch of success. I was making all this money. And then I went trading with real money, and it was totally backwards. Like I didn't really have any success. And I always, well, how much were you trading with? Oh, they let me start off with like $100,000, $500,000. And then I do the follow-up question. Well, how much did you actually start with? Oh, like $500. And it's like, well, no wonder why you had all sorts of issues. So this is not based in theory. This is based in real life stuff. So at least from as far as Webull is concerned, this page right here, oh, so important. Make sure you get this box set the way it needs to be. And one final time, the process, step one, ask yourself the question, how much money am I going to be starting with when I go with real money? That's going to help establish a framework of reality, but then we also need to have some temptation. So whatever that number is, just make sure that you put in a number here that's above and beyond it, so you have the temptation to, behave in ways that you shouldn't actually be behaving. So now let's actually go to the platform, so you can see the platform as a whole, because kind of circling back to tip number one, I am saying that Webull is a quality paper trading platform. So I just want to actually show you how it all works. So this is the paper trading platform here. And, here, what I like is very clear. They're telling you that this is just paper trading. This is, not a real trade. But overall, the nice thing here is that this platform, the order entry box, and if you're brand new, this is what would be known as the order entry box. But this is the exact same as their real platform. That way, whenever you do decide to go live with real money, assuming, of course, you're going to stay with Webull, then, all this will look the exact same. So it's going to allow you to build a lot of familiarity, and you're going to it'll be a very smooth transition as far as the platform and the buttons to press and how it all works and how it all looks. All that will be a very smooth transition. So right here, very straightforward, and I'm just making this up. But again, what I love about Webull and love about this platform is it's got a built-in kind of temptation garter. Meaning down here, I want you to pay attention. Notice that right here, amount. So that is going to quickly tell you the amount that a trade is required. Now, again, here it says buying power. Buying power, as far as terminology is concerned, that's just a way of saying, well, how much stock could you actually buy if you wanted to? And because we set that amount at 10,000, you could actually buy 10,000. But remember, how much can you actually buy? As far as our little example, $1,000. So let's say you were looking at Apple here, and you're looking at it and you're saying, and right now the price is actually, let me squeeze this down here a little bit just so we can see the chart as a whole. So there we go. So right now, you can see that the chart is right up there. The price is at 341, and this is all real-time data. So that's, again, another nice thing about the platform. Some platforms that give you delayed data, and it just becomes a mess. But this is all real-time data. Like I said, just deposit $100. And when you say, the deposit $100 is not a cost, that is just something that unlocks everything, and then it gives you those free stocks. But it's not, you can get that back whenever you want to withdraw the money, or eventually you'll just use that for trading. But point here being, what I like here is, you got the real-time data. So like I said, I'm not saying this is actually a situation where you would want to buy or anything like that. But let's just say for whatever reason, you're like, I think Apple, right there you can see ticker symbol AAPL, is going to go up. So because I think it's going to go up, I'm going to come down here and click buy. So right here, click buy. Look how easy that is. Now here's the other great thing is you can pre-program quantities in there. So right now you have 10, 250, 500, 300. But if you wanted to change any of those things, you could come here to settings and then trade. And down here, awesome stuff right here. You can make those program quantities to whatever you want. So, and I'm just totally making this up. Let's say you want to have one that's also is for 5, and then you want to have one that is for 100. So you click there, and now when we go back to the paper trading, and you click there, now you see, check it out. Now you have the 5, you have the 100. So in other words, now this is very important from a day trading standpoint. Whoops. From a day trading standpoint, you need to be able to operate really quickly. So for whatever reason, again, you think that Apple is going to be going up, so you need to operate really quickly. So you need to just, go and buy 250 shares. You want to buy. So see how fast that all was? Now you can change from limit to market. Let's just say you want to do a market order. But there's a problem here. What's the problem? Well, down here, you can see that, well, to buy the 250 shares, it's telling you right away that that would require $75,000. You only have $10,000. So I love how it just does the fast math for you. Well, clearly, okay, well, let's go to 100 shares. Well, 100 shares, still a problem. $30,000. Again, you would only have 10,000. Okay, well, let's change this to 10. Okay, okay. Hey, look, I can do it. I can do it because right there it says $3,000. Now, did you fall for my trap? I just try to throw out a trap there for you. Did you fall for it? No, you can't do it. I realize that the temptation is there to do it because the temptation being you have $10,000. However, just because you have $10,000 doesn't mean that you can actually do it. Why? Well, because again, what is the number that's actually staring you down that you need to be focused on? 1,000. So here's the temptation. The temptation is, yeah, you could go and buy 10 shares right now of Apple as far as your paper trading account is concerned. But as far as it being a reality of the matter, no, that would be you falling into the temptation because now all of a sudden you're buying more shares of Apple than what you could ever do in a real life situation. And we want to keep this as real life as possible. But at least we know, right? It's warning us. So that just tells us, well, let's try. Click on this and let's try 5 shares. Well, 5 shares. Now we're at $1,500. At least we're making way. Now, of course, you could figure this out a lot quicker, but then you can always come over here and just click, all right, well, let's watch that number down there. Let's try 4. You notice how 4, now it's 1,200. So watch what I'm doing. I'm clicking the downwards arrow right there, and I'm slowly bringing this down, and as I click, that number automatically changes. I love it. Just so streamlined. So watch, let me just click again for 3. Hey, do you notice? There we go. Now it's $900. Maybe you're saying, I don't want to buy 3 shares of something. That's fine. So let's go over here and let's just check out something that's a little bit less. Oh, great. What would be less? So AT&T. So you want to go over here. All right, AT&T wasn't the best decision, and instead of wasting your time trying to figure out a worthwhile stock, I just went with Boeing. So ticker symbol BA. So at this point, looking at Boeing, you can see that, all right, well, we're at 0 shares. And you can always do this too. I mean, the other way, you can just click and go one at a time. So there's 1 share. Okay, you could afford that. And once again, I'm looking at that number there to figure out what can be afforded and what can't. So let's just, there we go, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, look at that. Wow. You just can't make this stuff up. Look at that temptation. $21 of temptation. Sorry, no, I will not be tempted. So let's go down to 7 shares, and there we go. So now you know that you've resisted the temptation and you're being realistic. So the way this works, and once again, I'm not saying that this is actually like a situation where you should be buying. So I'm not saying this is a good buying scenario here, but let's just go ahead and you just want to get it at any price. So you just click market price and then check you want to buy. So look how easy that was. Buy, order type, quantity we focused on, and then just hit there. So you can see that the trade was submitted successfully. And there it has shown up now. So it's telling you that you bought Boeing, against quantity, 7 shares, and you got your price at 127.26. And over here, it's just telling you your gain or losses. So right now, I'm up 7 cents. I'm gonna be rich. Going Lamborghini shopping. And so that's how it works. Very straightforward. So you just got it planned, and now you can watch it just like their platform was. So now you can monitor it. You can now the platform's got all sorts of different stuff. There's watch lists and scanners, and all that. And I'm not going to necessarily go through all that. I'll let you fool around with that, especially when we're already coming on 20 minutes as far as the video is concerned. But it's as streamlined as that, and you can see that now. That was a great entry point, Clay. Good job. And what? And I fought off the temptation. I didn't listen to the desire to go in bigger than what I could afford. I could afford $7, so that's what I did. And I get it. That doesn't seem like that big of a deal, but it really, in fact, if you have ever traded with real money, can you leave a comment down below letting people know that the temptation voices are real and that when real money's on the line, it's weird how these voices come out, and these voices are going to cause you to do stupid things, whether that be greed or fear, or, I mean, there's so many emotions out there. Panic, too much excitement, too much hope. I mean, leave a comment down below. I mean, and let people know that I'm really not being dramatic, and that these little small things actually do translate quite a bit to the real world of trading. But at this point, I've stalled long enough. Now let's just say, all right, well, I want to sell here. So at this point, you want to sell Boeing. So right over here, you can just type in 7 there. You want to sell. You want to sell at a market. And then you can just click right here and click sell. and you'll see here that this will eventually show as being sold. So it has now gone, disappears from the order because, again, it's not an open order anymore. So you look down here and you can go through the details and you can see that as far as this was concerned, did I actually take a little loss on that? I did. I lost 1 penny per share. So I bought at 127.26, buy, and then I sold right there for 127.25. So I lost a penny per share. You can see right there. And then you can come over here to the paper account area, and you can see that overall, and this will start to track your stats. So you'll have, now see right here, because I lost some money, that has gone down. But point here being that as you fill up, as you do more orders, as you do more trading, all this stuff here gets populated and it'll start to keep track of the statistics for you, which is very nice, all in one spot. So that's, again, another reason why I would consider this a quality paper trading platform. But any platform out there, the quality can be quickly destroyed if you're not behaving and not acting in a realistic way. But you need some temptation in your life too. So that's who I would recommend. Quality platform, Webull. Link down below if you want to click on it, get that free stock. But make sure that you ask yourself the question, well, how much money am I going to actually start with? And then after you have that, you can introduce some temptation into your life by making that amount actually a little bit bigger. And then you can start to trade. You can start to practice. And that way you know that you're going to be practicing with, now, does that mean you're going to be a millionaire? No, but does it mean that you're going to be using your time as wisely and as efficiently as possible? It absolutely is. So hopefully this helps. If you enjoyed this video, if you would like for me to make more videos like this, then the easiest way to communicate that to me is just to hit that like button. But if you have even a little bit more time on your hands, just a simple comment down below letting me know that you enjoy these types of videos. That really goes a long way. And when I see lots of likes and I see lots of comments, that helps me to know that I'm not wasting my time putting the videos together like this. And that way, I will continue to put, and I should also note, suggestions. Please put those down. Always loving to hear suggestions. In fact, that's kind of where I got the idea for this. Somebody just said, could you just put everything together about how you should actually be trading along with what you would recommend as a platform? So here the video is. So like I said, I do read comments. I do reply. If you've ever been to any other videos on my channel, go through the comment section. I'm not going to sit here and say that I've replied to every single one of them, but I do my best to reply to them all. In other words, I read them and I will take your suggestions to heart, and I really do appreciate it. So again, hit that like button, leave a comment down below, check out the channel as a whole, and if you like what you see, I would love to have you as a subscriber, so hit that subscribe button. But if nothing else and you just want me to keep making videos like this, hit that like button. First off, thanks so much for watching the entire video. Real quick, before you go, I want to invite you to a live webinar, web class, training, workshop, online event, whatever you want to call it, but it will be me live revealing to you what I've discovered that has allowed me to transform myself from being an employee to being my own boss, including how I had only one losing day out of 73 days in total. I'm going to cover 3 keys that have helped me unlock profitable consistency within the markets. The first key is super weird, but in a productive type of way. The second key is super awesome because it quite literally is wired into our DNA as humans, making it very easy to use. But in a cruel way, this becomes a pitfall for many traders. I'll explain it all though, including how to avoid the pitfall that it creates for some. And yeah, the third key, when you hear it, sounds way too good to be true, but it's not, and I'll show you how it all works. Then at the end, I open it up for a question and answer session that is, again, totally live. Even if you can't make the live session, please still sign up as it will be recorded and you can go back and watch the replay that I will send you. Click the image on the screen or click the link down in the description box so you can get the date and time and claim your spot, which I should note is limited due to the fact that this truly is a live event. If you have any questions, let me know. If not, I'll be seeing you soon.